Just letting you guys know you can listen to my No Bleeps podcast anywhere you stream podcasts or on my No Bleeps YouTube channel. Link in the description. Hey guys, it's Billy and welcome back to Sesh. Today we're talking about Emma Chamberlain taking a break from YouTube, Petro talking about Charli D'Amelio and whether or not they're still friends, and Trisha Paytas coming for her enemies. Let's get into it, you guys. So first, let's talk about Emma Chamberlain. This is a story that I saw earlier this week, and then I kind of have an update on it. So at the beginning of the week, Emma Chamberlain posted onto her community page of her YouTube channel saying, taking a few more weeks off to think. I need to take my own advice on taking a break when it's needed. This isn't a negative thing though. I'm thinking a lot about how I can evolve and make things that truly excite me. I haven't taken a step back in a long time to ask myself what that means. I love and appreciate you, and I will see you soon. Forehead kiss. If you guys don't listen to my podcast, I recently did an episode about how I am obsessed with Emma Chamberlain. All of a sudden, I've been watching her videos nonstop, and I just really like everything that's kind of going on in her life. She seems way more mature. The content that she's making is more mature, and she's really just growing as a person, and her home is beautiful to look at. Honestly, you guys, in her videos, I just can't believe where she's living. I know it's a rental home until she moves into her home that she is like redoing, but it's crazy the life that she's living and how successful she has gotten. And she's really removed herself from a lot of toxic people that used to be in her life, and she just seems like she's in such a good place. And a lot of people have been thinking that Emma is really trying to find what she can do with the videos that she's making on her channel to kind of grow with her. Since she's getting older, the videos that she used to make might not be the same style she wants to make now in her life, and she's just trying to find like how to balance everything between what her fans like, what people originally subscribed for, and what she wants to be doing on her channel. And this break was very short-lived, and she even noted that because she posted a video literally the same week that she posted this little break announcement, and the video is called Alterations, and she said in the description of the video, my break ended early. People in the comments are super supportive of Emma trying to kind of change up her content a little bit and do new business adventures. And I mean, it seems like everything is working well for her because her coffee business is booming. She's always in these major ad campaigns with big designer brands. So she's doing something right. So that's that story on Emma. And let's get into what Petro had to say about Charli D'Amelio, you guys. This is something that was a little unexpected, and also I haven't heard about Thomas in a very long time because honestly, the Hype House, I feel like lost a little bit of hype, which is sad because their Netflix show hasn't even come out yet, and that's supposed to happen sometime this year. And well, the show, like, how is it gonna do? Because who's watching the Hype House, you guys? I literally don't know. I don't even know who's in the freaking Hype House anymore, but Thomas is still there. That is for sure. He is still in the Hype House. Are they even still calling it the Hype House? That's the question I really have. But Thomas was doing a Q&A, and TikTok Room posted when he was asked about Charli D'Amelio and whether or not they are still close, because obviously Charli got a lot of fame from being in the Hype House. That was really when I found out who she was. That's when I found out who Addison was when this big group posted this one TikTok where everyone was wearing jeans and a white t-shirt, and everyone was just kind of like, wow, the diversity of this house. That's when I found out who the Hype House was. And so the fact that Thomas is over here talking about how him and Charli are no longer friends and they don't talk to each other anymore, I was like, oh wow.
Do I still talk to Charli? No, not really. Haven't talked to her in a minute. The last I saw her for the first time in a while, like a month ago, and it was really nice to see her. But I don't talk to her. Like I've tried, I've reached out. It's just I don't know. I think the people are like, I think this city kind of rots your brain, and I think it's really hard for people.
I mean, I guess it's kind of to be expected because once Charli left the Hype House, it was kind of the peak of her career so far, where she was always in these ads, she was doing crazy cool things, she was doing Hollister campaigns, and it was really when she detached herself from the Hype House that she became a much bigger influencer, and Addison as well. And it just seems like once she left, she did not stay close in contact with the members of the Hype House that were still Hype House members, because she pretty much just stayed with herself, her sister, and Chase Hudson. And that's about it. That seems to be the only people that I ever really see her interact with. Sometimes she'll hang out with people that are associated with the Hype House, like Nikita Dragon and Tana Mojo, but members of the actual Hype House, I hardly ever see her hang out with them. So some people found this really sad because when Thomas was talking about it, he said that he hadn't talked to her in a minute and he had recently seen her for the first time in a long time a month ago. And he says that he's tried to reach out to her, but he feels like this city of LA just like rots your brain and it becomes like really hard for some people, which that's so freaking sad, especially because Charlie is so young, and for him to be saying something like that, it's just like, oh my gosh, this is just really sad. And people in the comments of TikTok room also felt the same way, that it's just really sad to hear about something like this because they were so close literally like a year ago, and you know, they helped launch each other's careers, and for them to not be close anymore, it's just kind of sad. It's kind of like when TV show characters are no longer friends with the cast that they started their career with. But anyways, that is that story. Let's get into what Trisha Paytas has recently been saying online, because like always, it is a lot and it is pretty crazy. So one, Trisha Paytas says that they are getting sued by Onision. I know this is something that a lot of people have been saying that has been going around. Trisha definitely isn't the only person that has been hit with a lawsuit of some sort by him. And I've seen a couple other people post videos saying that they've also received this same thing. And it's just because in a recent Enemies episode, Trisha decided that they were going to cover Onision and everything going on with him. Trisha basically had said in that episode that he is a parasite online and his karma is finally coming and repercussions are going to be coming for him very soon. And Trisha said that they felt just really strongly about this topic and wanted to kickstart their video off this way. And this was the episode that Trisha was talking about David and Natalie. Onision was also brought up, and it was a very big chunk of the video, that is for sure. And I guess Trisha is now getting sued for what they had said in that particular episode. But in a new episode of Enemies, you guys, Trisha has pulled out the Dish with Trish couch and has a set, like a sign behind them that says Enemies on it. Trisha has this mic, and you guys, Trisha didn't plug the mic in. Like, the microphone is there for decoration. I mean, the comments were cracking up over this. I was cracking up over this. It's the fact that that's like probably like a $500 mic setup that Trisha has, and it's not even plugged in. Like, Trisha doesn't care about the quality of the audio, just about the fact that it looked professional and that the set looks legit. But if the audio isn't legit, I don't think that they care that much. And it is just so funny to me. And it doesn't shock me either, because Trisha has been going around to other podcasts saying, oh, I wish we had this at Frenemies. I wish we did that at Frenemies. Oh my gosh, that's so nice. Too bad we didn't have that at Frenemies. Because that's exactly what they did when they went to the set of Tana Mojo's Canceled podcast. Trisha was like, wow, like, look at this set. It's so professional. We didn't have that.
I am fake headlines. My best friend broke them all, and they're all literally terrible.
Oh, this is so fucking cute. This is like what I wanted on front of me. I'm like, can we just have that? I give nothing.
And constantly is throwing shade at how unprofessional Frenemies was in their eyes. So Trisha is finally getting everything they want by doing everything that they didn't have in their own home for the Frenemies spin-off show that they've created on their own channel. So Trisha did an Enemies episode where they were talking about none other than their enemies. And Trisha brings up Jeffree Star in a funny fashion. Trisha Paytas was mentioned in an OK Magazine article with Jeffree, and Trisha says that this is a reason why Jeffree is an enemy of the week, because in OK Magazine, they did a little article on Jeffree Star, and they included a photo of Trisha Paytas with Jeffree posing with Jeffree's Rolls Royce. And the caption is, "Tickled Pink, Jeffree and a pal posed next to one of his custom rides. His collection includes McLarens, Rolls Royces, and Lamborghinis." And Trisha was so mad that they called her and a pal. Trisha was like, seriously? I've been online for so long and all I get is a pal. It just cracked me up, you guys, that this is what made Jeffree an enemy of the week, because OK Magazine didn't name Trisha by name next to Jeffree. Trisha also brought up the fact that Jeffree has moved away from LA and to Wyoming, and that Shane and Ryland are moving as well. They're moving to Colorado, and she kind of threw shade. She kind of threw shade at them. She said, everyone is moving out, like good riddance. The traffic has been a lot better, and said that they had spent a lot of time in Colorado. And this is where the shady part kind of comes in. Trisha was like, and it's just not it there. It's just not it. Colorado's not it.
I can't imagine living anywhere else, like especially the weather. I spent plenty of time in Colorado because I have family there. It's not it. No judgment. I know that sounds shady. Maybe that made it a little shady. But honestly, it's like, any bad energy, like I like the release of it, you know what I mean? And like the further away the better.
And I was just like, Trisha, oh my gosh, this is so messy. This is just so messy. All over an OK Magazine article. Seriously, that's what sparked all of this. And then Trisha was also getting comments on TikTok because they posted one of those, I like you, have a cupcake. I like you, have a cupcake. Ew TikToks. And Trisha mentioned Ethan, Shane, and Jeffree as enemies. And then when it came to David, it was like, ew. And everyone's just like, I think Trisha picks and chooses which person they don't like the most. And it honestly rotates, because there was definitely a period of time where Trisha was saying that Shane and Jeffree were the worst, and now David is the worst, and sometimes James is thrown in there. So it is just a lot. It's messy, and of course, you know, what is to be expected when there's Trisha drama. So I definitely want to know what you guys think about this and everything else we talked about today. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.